In a distant kingdom, in a magical realm, there lived people who faced dreadful drainage problems on their lawns. For many years, they suffered from puddles and mud in their yards. Until one day, the saviors from TLC Company appeared with their magical shovels and lifted the wet curse from the kingdom's residents. Forget about puddles and mud. With us, your yard will become a genuine fairy tale nook. Call us right now, and let's transform your drainage concerns into a magical adventure. TLC, where every home becomes a fairy tale.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. You got a outdoor lighting, landscape lighting system. Maybe we installed it. Maybe it was there you inherited in your house and you want to upgrade it. Now's the time to give us a shout. We'll come out and take a look, evaluate what you do have, tell you what you could have. Give us a shout today for all your outdoor lighting needs. We'll talk to you soon.
We're back live. No, what's happening to our pictures, but there we go. No, it's showing up the SDK.
And we want to thank SDK Gaming because they help us out with timing and scoring and track map and events and all sorts of stuff. But nonetheless, we had a technical error, but we are back. Dean Hopton, I'm Wesley Outland, and it is the continuation of the DSR Electric 275, and we are approaching the final 10 laps just at halfway here in the race. And look who's back up in front again, the number 54, Matt Cherry. Look at Merck on the inside. Matt Holmesdean had problems earlier. He's right back up in this dance. Look at Larch. Look at Clapper. Look at Schumann and Reeves. Some new names in the top 10. And even Ballesteros is back in the top 10 to try to redeem himself from getting spun in the grass at the end of stage 1.
Yeah, I'm glad too, Wesley, that we didn't miss the end of this because this is the battle now with about 5 laps in change to go here for this stage 2. I do apologize. I was a bit of a turkey. I have everything on battery backup except my internet modem, and that's what went down with the electricity. So we're back up. Just takes a little bit of connection times here. But Jeff Merckx back up the front here. Matt Cherry, Matt Holmes, and Ryan Johnson. There was.
It is Matt Cherry in the lead. Not anymore. Jeff Merck inside, drifts up in front of the 54 and says, get behind me. You can't block them all, though. Here comes Johnson back on the inside, and they're getting really wobbly, really unorganized as it is a big gaggle of traffic right there coming through the tribal behind the top 6.
It's almost like a for traffic at the moment. Yeah, Ryan Johnson, Jeff Merck, Matt Cherry, Michael Larch. Remember, they're about to finish the stage break win here, and it's a small win, but it's an achievement. It's not really a small win. I think it's a big win, actually, to get a stage win, especially at Talladega. Let's see who's going to do it there. Only a handful of laps to go there on the big one. Biggest track there is, isn't it? Biggest oval track in the United States of America there, Wesley?
Right, that's right. Yes, sir. Biggest track in the United States right here at the virtual Talladega Superspeedway, and that's where these guys are right now going at it.
Gives you predictions.
Good, hard racing.
Yeah. We're on a new stream at the moment, so I guess if you found it, you'll hear us. But if they don't, how are we going to explain it anyway? Wesley, you've already found that, hopefully, thankfully. People would figure it out because it's the only live stream on the NASRA network right now.
That's right. You're exactly right. And obviously, this is the last official race of the year before we do take off a little hiatus break. So, yeah, just keep on clicking on it. You'll find the stream. You'll find the information that you're looking for. And we thank you definitely for joining us here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. As the laps are winding down, we've already passed the halfway mark of this race, Dean. And right now, just kind of continuing to see what goes on with these drivers as it is Merck in the lead. Johnson, look at now Cherry on the outside going after Larch. Great racing going on back into turn number 1.
Yeah, Matt Cherry's looking good here, 7 places up. Matt Holmes, the Maddies, not the law firm Maddies, but they're there. But Justin Clapper's up to P6 currently in the moment. Brendan Sherman's still hanging around there, 20 positions gained, 52. Chase Albright. Jacob Reeves, that's another one to keep an eye on, isn't it? You saw how pumped Jacob was when he actually got one of his first race wins in his NASRA career. He was super stoked. And I think since then, Jacob has been really performing a lot better there for the 57 machine because of that confidence when he's not involved in the fortunes. But again, he's not the only one. Other drivers are. That's just because if you're running in the midfield, don't you, there, Wesley? You're more inclined to get involved. Look at the door banging happening under Jeff Merck and Ryan Johnson.
Got to find a way to survive this place, obviously, as the laps are winding down here in Glass Mechanic stage number 2. As the laps continue to go to lap number 60, this is it. 2 more laps to go to determine who's going to win the stage. Right now, Johnson up in front, Merck on the outside. Larch again, who won stage 1. He's battling back. Schumann right there as they all work with some cars down on the inside. And they race on now down into turn number 3.
Jeff Merck versus Ryan Johnson versus the cameras as well, too. These two are always said to find each other on the track, don't they? It doesn't matter what league that they're in. They find each other on the track. Jeff Mercer is goosey on the rear end at the moment. Will compromise a little bit of a speed here. And I'll tell you what, that's not the pace that you want to be doing because we're about to start the last lap of the stage right now.
Yeah, last lap of stage number 2. And look at this now, down on the inside, up in front. Watch him, saving, holding, keeping in line. It is Merck. For how long, though? Mark's got a punt there from Cherry. Cherry, will he pull to the inside? Pull up in front of Johnson. Johnson's got Larch now. A lot of momentum pushing into that third turn. Holmes will stay locked to the outside lane. He won't go up against the safer barrier. Here comes now the bottom lane working. Ryan Johnson, the Mountain Dew entry.
Traffic.
Down to the inside. Lap traffic up ahead. Will this hurt Jeff Merck be in his favor? Jeff Merck stays in line. Here comes Johnson. It's going to be a photo finish, but it's going to be Merck to win stage 2 at Talladega.
Wow. Are they just lucky that it was they caught the rest of the pack there at the last possible minute? That would have been a nightmare, Wesley, if they did that, like, give or take, just a couple of turns earlier. It would have been carnage, but thankfully they did it. Jeff Merck should be super excited. It looks like he's paused at the moment there, Jeff Merck.
It looks like he froze, right? It looks like he froze. And he's
frozen in anticipation of getting that race win. Well, good on you, Jeff Merck. He got it just a nose there ahead of Ryan Johnson, who probably has that similar expression there. Ryan Johnson. Jeff Merck's
Ryan's combo collected. Let's check in on Jeff Merck. Jeff, Miss Dawn, if you're watching, let Jeff know his camera froze in the heat of the moment for sure. And I love the comment that somebody just said. I can't repeat the word for word that he said. Get the beat ready. Yeah, there you go. Why does Merck look like he is about to himself every time you show the camera? All in good fun. All in good fun. And Jeff Merck does win stage number 2. And I love the facial expressions of the driver Jeff Merck for sure. Always great talking with him. Let's check up with the man with Mission 1 Esports before they come down to the pit lane and make pit stops. Let's grab a word with Jeff Merck. Jeff, boy, stage 1 was wild, but stage 2, you survive and get it done. Congrats, man.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
If you can hear me, reset your camera. I think she's froze on us for sure. And maybe in the moment, definitely.
Yeah, I
so
know.
listen.
I did not make the same face still, I promise.
Well, we'll get Jeff back here on camera.
Your excitement over the line there, Jeff, because you got the stage break, mate. Battling it out there with the tiny horse again. How does it feel to get one over the number 38 machine and get that 60?
Hold that thought, Jeff. Yeah, hold that thought, Jeff. I know he's coming down pit road, guys. He's got to make adjustments on pit road to get his car ready for pit stops, and then once he's finished, then we'll be able to grab a word with him. So to recover or to cover that time here at the end of Glass Mechanic stage number 2 at the DSR Electric 275, it's going to be Jeff Merck, your stage 2 winner. Michael Larch, stage 1 winner, will finish second. Johnson, Cherry, Ballesteros, Newton, Tiffany, Chu, and again, those drivers all getting stage points when it is all said and done. As here comes now the field rolling off of pit road. Jeff Merck is still in the pit lane. We're waiting to see when Jeff Merck will roll out. Look at the bottom of the pit stop, by the way. Tom on pit road, and Jeff Merck is still on pit road. So we'll let Jeff Merck make his pit stop here.
That's a long time. He must be taking damage to Wesley, because it's 50. You can see 56 seconds plus. He is. Oh, maybe he's fixing his cam for us. Actually, he's
Jeff longer
sacrificing.
pit stop. Jeff longer pit stop than usual. What you doing longer on pit road, man?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my camera to go, but it's saying
I
it's.
told you, Wes. Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Jeff. Don't lose your track position over a camera, mate.
No, hell no.
It's a super speedway. It won't take long to get it back.
Well, Jeff, I'll tell you what, bud. Man, it was definitely a fun stage 2. You get through it, and what are we going to see in this third and final stage? Because obviously it's been kind of a wild race, but a much calmer stage number 2, no doubt.
Yeah, a lot of green flag, a lot of. We got to thank Matt Cherry there. A lot of great pushing. That's why I got stage 2 win for me. There was Matt Cherry, and stage 3 is probably going to be pretty wild, especially toward the end. But hey, it's super speedway. I mean, you got to expect 3 wide, stuff like that. So it's going to get pretty wild, I think.
There we go. We'll find out what happens, as I guess the friends are out the window, no doubt about it, for sure. Thanks for your time. Before we do let you go, good luck, and we are going to step away here from Talladega. 4th caution at the end of a caution-free Glass Mechanics Stage 2. Here's some words from TLC Incorporated, Premier Racing Setups, and we get strapped in for the 3rd stage here at Talladega. It is next.
Hey, Bob Carter with TLC. Spring's upon us. If you got a wet yard, it's not going to get any better. Now it's time to give us a call. Let us come out and take a look at your drainage problem in your property. We can get you a solution. The dogs, the kids be tracking in mud. Mom will be mad. So give us a call. Give us a shout today. Talk to you soon. Hey, Bob Carter here with TLC. You got a outdoor lighting, landscape lighting system. Maybe we installed it. Maybe it was there you inherited it in your house and you want to upgrade it. Now's the time to give us a shout. We'll come out, take a look, evaluate what you do have, tell you what you could have. Give us a shout today for all your outdoor lighting needs. We'll talk to you soon.
By the way, if you'd like to know more information about what is the TLC Incorporated sponsorship for not only the Restart Zone, the garage area, and the TLC NASRA Cup Series presented by Premier Racing Setups, go online to tlcincorporated.com. They're also on Facebook, Instagram, and X as well. And by the way, speaking of Premier Racing Setups, we'll go side by side really quickly to promote them. Also a proud member of the NASRA Cup Series. Road setups, dirt setups, oh yeah, modifieds, late models, midget sprint cars, you name it. Short track racing, we got you covered with those same cars as well. And everything from NASCAR to Xfinity trucks and even the Cup. One-on-one coaching lessons, iracing setup requests and passes from some of the much more available opportunities from top setup builders. Get signed up today. Premier Racing Setups, mention NASRA. Give 15% off of your order of every purchase, and 15% goes back into NASRA's pocket as well. You can't beat that. Basically, Premier is only making 70% of the purchase there, Dean. Okay. That's phenomenal.
I'll tell you what, mate. If I'm going to be signing up, of course, for the 500, I got to be broadcasting, unfortunately. But I would be driving that one, or of course, the Atlanta Christmas coming up as well. I'll tell you what, yes. First thing I would be grabbing would be Premier Racing Setups, because I don't know how to drive. They'll help me.
And we're back to green, and we will chat a lot more about all of those events coming up. The Atlanta Christmas will be coming up on Christmas, the Christmas night, or Monday, this upcoming Monday night, before Christmas Eve. is what it's kind of Christmas Eve, if you will, right? The penultimate day before Christmas Eve, and we'll have it for you right now. Restart back underway. Stage number 3. This will take us to the finish of the race. You got about 40 laps to go as the field works their way into the corner. It is Larch on the outside. Look at that through the block on Johnson and Holmes on the bottom, and they're going to get a little wiggle and a jiggle and a giggle and a bobble into the third turn, and somehow they hold it together, stacked like sardines coming off 4.
65 laps down, and the wiggle and the jiggle was called out and announced there by Wesley Outland. Thank you very much. I love that one. Ryan Johnson, Michael Larch, keeping it in here, keeping them honest. But I tell you what, we haven't had any NASRA beef yet. We've had the big one. The big one was early in this one. Are they going to be brewing up for another big one there, Wesley? Anyway, 40 laps to go for the end of our regular race of the year, actually, here at the NASRA Cup Series.
Yeah, that's very, we definitely better watch that for sure. As right now we watch them work the back straightaway. Listen, we mentioned this already. Previous winners coming into tonight's event have been 7. Here they are: Jonathan Cofield, Michael Larch, Matt Holmes. And by the way, this is not in the correct order because obviously Daytona was the first race. But if you see that Cofield, Larch, Holmes, Wade, Merck, VL, and Truex, who won last week at Richmond, they have all won. There has been 7 different winners in the 7 races, round 8 tonight. And right now, they're wheeling and dealing in the corner with Johnson holding off Larch on the outside.
Ryan Johnson could be... Wait, can you believe it or not, Ryan Johnson has not won a race this season?
That's right.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Not at all. The tiny horse. The man that's used to being the lead of many races out here. You're going to find it. If you have not seen Ryan Johnson before, you have not tuned in to the NASRA Racing 360 Network. By the way, too, we are getting pretty close to 800 subscribers, so please like and subscribe. And Santa Claus might come down and tune me in.
Santa Claus is watching you.
Santa Claus
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Like and subscribe. Only 800. What are you doing? Santa Claus said.
Yeah, we're at 791, right? But thank you so much.
The NASRA crew a guy's Christmas present, actually, for all the hard work they do. Brady and Cody and all the team behind that. 800 subscribers by Christmas would be fantastic.
By the way, don't forget about an Atlanta Christmas. If you want to throw that up on the box real quickly, Atlanta Motor Speedway this upcoming Monday night. Going to be a big show. Join Jacob Reeves, Dean Hopton, and myself for the broadcast booth. Coverage will begin at 8:45 Eastern Time. Special Christmas race. Christmas Eve, the Atlanta Christmas, and the format's going to be fun as well. And that all culminates to getting signed up. I talked to Brady today. We're excited about the NASRA 500. We're looking forward to it. We want to encourage. Watch out! Larch into Johnson. Johnson spins, bottom of the racetrack. Somehow the cars keep going, but we stay under green. No, we go under caution.
Now.
It is only Ryan Johnson that has crashed, or at least spun on the bottom of the racetrack, but we go under yellow.
Oh, this is the second race now that Ryan Johnson's been involved in an incident. Actually,
wow.
So, last night, if you tuned in.
Last night on the restart, remember in overtime, to set up overtime, we saw something like that happen to Ryan. Yes. Deja vu for the Mountain Dew the Mountain Dew Sheets number 38. And here's a Pulse Popper instant replay. There's Alzewski. Alzewski into the machine of Larch. Yeah. Larch into the 38. It was an accordion effect. It really wasn't Johnson's fault. Watch this again. Alzewski into the left rear.
Yeah, he completely turns into him, doesn't he? Yep, Ryan Johnson was just an innocent bystander on that one. You're right on that one, Wesley. That's one for the race control, of course. We do know that we do have Justin down there in the race control and Cody. We'll go back, but I think somebody's going to get an EOL on this one there for sure.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think there will be a penalty flip coming, no doubt about it. And I got a feeling, and again, we're just broadcasters and calling the race, but I got a feeling it's probably going to be going uncalled on the driver of the number 11 of Alzewski. Look at this. Now, here's my only take on this. Either the 2 came down and the 11 hold his line, and that's what caused it, or the 11 hit the left rear. Let's watch it one more time. Watch and see if Larch moved down before the 11 hit the left rear. He did not. Well,
it's close, isn't
damn it all. Different camera angles show different things, right?
Yeah.
So part of me wants to say Alzewski's guilty of it from one camera angle. From another camera angle, it looks like maybe Larch came down in the 11.
It's so difficult at this. It's a tiny little tap. Remember, it's okay to give somebody a bit of a bump, right, if you're pointing straight. But when you give them a little bit of bump on the corner, they go all around in different places. And that's kind of exactly what happened. And you'll see it. I think I'm too far back on that one, but anyway, basically, it's kind of like some of the race control we look at over and over and over and over and over again. They'll get it right, and their decision is final, as we have to respect that, because there has to be order.
Yeah, they'll make a decision, and as it stands, is what it will be for sure, no doubt about it. But I promise you, the C4 is lit.
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of drivers going down the pit road there, Wesley. A lot. So getting this opportunity, and why not, to get maybe the last 4 freshies for the race. Michael Larch there, Jeff Merck, Ryan Johnson. Look at this. We got 3 drivers that are previous race winners in pit lane right now. Andrew Olowski's coming out. He can win races, hasn't won here at the moment. The Rondello show, Octavio. I love Octavio's cam that he's just given us. He's smooth. Yeah. Look at this. He's one hand on the steering wheel. Yeah, all right. I don't know. You want to pull him up for a quick chat even, and he's got an opportunity. He's in P9 to win this one. It's up to you there, Wes. He would like
Palm Cool Collective, right? For the man right there of our buddy out of Argentina, Octavio Rondelletto. Had some problems earlier in the race, but he has persevered and moved his way back into a good spot in the race to see where he could be when it's all said and done. And let's see if we can grab the driver of Octavio Rondelletto. And Dean, I don't see him in the chat box anywhere, so maybe it is do not disturb. He wants to be on camera, but he doesn't want to be talked to. So it's all good, right?
He probably might be talking to his other Argentine driver who's not in here tonight, but, you know, the butcher. They're probably speaking in Espanol, so they don't want to annoy other drivers. It'd be the front chat. But anyway, we'll talk to him in the future if he wants to have a bit of a chin wagon to us. But Brian Chu now, new race leader. That's fantastic, isn't it? Brian Chu with the Monster Energy 51 machine. Matt Holmes just behind him. Chase Albright, Justin Clapper. And Brendan Schumann. We're talking about drivers the P5 at the moment have not won a race here. Now, Greg Vale has. He's in P6. He's up 27 positions. But on top of this one, Wesley, well, these drivers, they went down pit lane on lap 62. You go back to the likes of Drew in P7, and behind him, Matt Cherry, Octavio, they went down there on lap 70. So 8 lap difference in tyres or gas. Could that be enough there to get them home 34 laps?
Yeah, we'll see for sure. Hey, by the way, don't forget about the NASRA 500. We'll throw up the flyer now. The big event, formerly known as the Podium Esports, the Podium 500, has now come to NASRA. The NASRA 500, presented by the Glass Mechanic, the Great American Sim Race on Virtual iRacing, right here. February 3rd through the 8th. Me and Brady LaBeouf had a great combo earlier this week and kind of went over all the details on everything. And obviously, you know, what's so cool, I think, Jacob, me and Jacob were talking about it the other day, Dean. And, Dean, I think there might be one iRacing NASRA event that might conflict the PGR Esports 500, because I know that Austin Green and Michael Triscaro has invited me to join them for the broadcast. But in addition to this one, all of our NASRA sanctioning bodies have pretty much decided to take off this week. To make sure there's no conflict. And in doing so, we can focus on the layout, the lay of the land for this big race coming up February 3rd through the 8th. It's going to be really special.
I know, and I thought, well, February, that's like a long way away. But you got to remember, you know, your Christmas break, you're pretty much done.
It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, you got the New Year's, and then you got a week or so off, and it's like half of January's gone. And then you're like, wow, February's just around the corner. It's early February, so that's it. You're right. It's good, and everybody needs a break, you know, and it's good for Brady and Cody to spend time with their family, yourself as well. Jacob's going to have, new family members coming, of course, that's nice going around. He mentioned that one too, but just in general.
Yeah, little baby on the way.
So that's what it's all about, mate, as we should get ready to go racing once again.
Had an amazing interview, by the way, with Jacob Reeves on the Finish Line Motorsports show. finale. As right now, back to the TLC Incorporated restart zone. We go back to work, right, shall we? Under 25 to go here now. Actually, let's be honest here. I'm trying to keep track of the laps. It's now 32 remaining. 33 to go as the field comes back to the restart zone right now. Look at the 51. Here's Brian Chu. Remember, he, of course, knows how to win at Superspeedways. And the man out of Florida up in front of the Monster Energy number 51 there, Dean.
He's sticking with it, and he's sticking with it. Motorsports team, and that's now why not for the 51 machine. You're in a good place at the moment. You've got you've got 8 laps. You went back in on lap 62. So, granted, the other field, a few drivers behind you might have gone back in there 8 laps later, but you've got a lot of cars between you and the rest of them. That's all that matters. And these laps they'll click over pretty quickly. Well, not that quickly, of course, Talladega. However, you're just going to be cool, calm, and collective. See if anybody around you is going to work with you and see how it pans out later on. And thank you, everybody's tuning their way back into this after the broadcast was suddenly and unfortunately ended by electrons, actually. Damn electrons there. But we sorted those electrons out, Wesley, and we're back live.
Back again and again. Ready to settle this one here. Thanks to everybody that was able to quickly hit that reset button and be able to join us. Thank you so much. Hope you and yours are enjoying the event and having a great Christmas, New Year's of planning for 2024 to wrap things up and head into 2025. And by the way, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Listen to Santa. Do what Santa tells you. Santa Claus is watching you. Here he comes on the screen. Yes. As now Brian Chu going to battle with the 49 of Albright as that goes on, Dean, into turn number 1.
Yeah, you get me every time now. I have to bring Santa Claus into the booth, mate. You know, he's a busy man, and he comes in there and does his ho-ho-ho thing and comes off there. What's Santa Claus going to be putting in the stocking for you there on the Christmas tree there, Wesley? What is Wesley want for Christmas?
Wesley really don't want anything for Christmas. I'm content, dude. I have the greatest job in the world, right? I mean, it's not even a job. I love making a living calling sports, being able to be blessed to go all over the country, calling everything from football, basketball, racing, you name it. And, man, I always tell people, listen, give me money, give me gift cards. I'll spend it. I'll put it in the gas tank. I'll buy food. I'll if it's something I need, I'll put it towards microphones or, you know, anything that I need work related. I'm definitely not somebody that's kind of like, give me, I want. And honestly, I'll be honest with you, Dean, me and Jacob had this conversation yesterday on Finish Line for today's show. I'm one of those types where if you're in my family, I really am so busy. Christmas shopping's not on my resume. Not going to lie to you. I hate wrapping gifts. I suck at wrapping presents. And secondly, I just feel it's more better to just give somebody money or a gift card and tell them how much you love them and appreciate them and let them buy whatever they want to buy. Honestly.
I thought you were going to give me a little Buc-ee's or something very American there and wrap it up there. No, that's fine, absolutely. Good on you, mate.
You want some beaver nuggets?
You wanted 3 wide, Wesley. We got it here, and as we still have 29 laps to go. I don't think they got the memo.
And they are going to go, Buc-ee's, 3 wide. A little bit of Stephen, what our buddy Mr. Stephen Bartlett used to call NASRA chaos. I know he doesn't work with us on the booth anymore. He's gone on to future other endeavors. But NASRA chaos is something I hope that we'll always remember to throw up on the screen as an homage to Mr. Stephen Bartlett for what he did, what he calls it. Because it's definitely, I think, coming down to that is right now Chu under attack. Albright, Schumann, there goes Holmes on the inside. He gives him a shove to the black car. Oh, yeah, look at this now. Hold in line, and all this racing's happening off turn 4.
Yeah, well, Stevie is on to different things at the moment. He's got time schedule and other things to do, so we'll miss you there, Stevie. But we won't miss your chaos time, that's for sure, for the Viking there. Brian Chu, Chase Albright, Brandon Schumann, Matt Cherry, Matt Holmes. We could have a new race winner. I'm hoping we have a new race winner here there, Jacob. Sorry, Wesley, to get 6. I'll call you mate. Look at this. I don't know what's happening. Cars are moving. Jeff Merckx all the way back there in P10 now. Bo Tiffany, Greg Vale. It's all happening.
And look at this now. Brian Chu on the inside. Open the door. That's a lap machine, by the way, amongst the leaders. Get the hell out of the way. He's in the middle lane, right? He's battling. You're not in the lead. You're fighting on the tail end of the lead lap. You're holding up everybody. Watch all this racing going on. The 41. Oh, my. Get Barney, get that blue flag with the yellow stripe and move him out of the way. The move over flag is nonetheless, as we continue to watch him hold his line. That's Robinson, by the way, multiple laps down. Here's the thing, Dean. You're not one lap down. You're not on the tail end of the lead lap. You're multiple laps down. Get the heck to the bottom.
Where's he going to go? He can't go
That's
left.
Right.
He can't go right. He's got to, at some point, just tuck down. He's got maybe tuck down on the inside apron there. As soon as everybody lets him there, he can just slowly duck on the inside there. But it's not easy just to jump down. Look at it. He's there. Where are you going to go? He can't go to the right, can't go to the left. He's stuck in the middle. It's like that song, isn't it? Stuck in the middle with you.
Yeah, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. But I'll be honest with you, though, Dean, he shouldn't have put himself in that position.
True.
Here's the thing, and I don't want to sound like a jerk here. There's a race going on. You're not in it. You're getting laps. You're getting experience. Don't put yourself in the pack to possibly cost or change the outcome of this race. And what he's doing right now is getting himself right in the middle of the snake's patch. Look at this. Merck just got almost into the passenger side of his car. And look at them rolling into one another. This is what's happening, right? And look at this. Here we go. I told you.
Yep,
look what's happened. Trouble, turn 4. Look at this. Caution
Ryan
is
Johnson
out.
again. The tiny horse again.
Are you friggin' kidding me?
He's not going to be a happy camper at all there, poor Ryan Johnson. I made me show him. But then again, Ryan's really cool, calm and collected. I can't believe how calm and collected he is. I'd probably be throwing my very expensive VR headset across the... I don't recommend anybody to throw anything. I used to do that when I was a kid.
Let's see a replay, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's see a replay presented by Pulse Poppers. And while we're doing it, just zoom in on the 41 because he's right there amongst it. Look at this. I know that the 54,
41,
Ballesteros and Cherry, they got into one another. I'm sorry, the 54, Matt Cherry got in to Ryan Johnson. But honestly, it started with that 41 car up in this group. Look, hit a play right now. Look at this thing. You're in the middle of the racing groove. We almost had Jeff Merck crashed into him right about here. Watch this.
Oh, I think you're right there, Wesley. Yeah, he gets a little loosey-goosey into Merck's...
Here we go again. Look at this. Look at it again.
Oh, but then again, the accident, too, with the tiny horse was irrelevant to that, but...
Wow.
It still did
Ryan
bring
Johnson
other
into
things
the
into
pack.
play. Yeah, we'll go back to that one too, Ryan Johnson, because the tiny horse, my friend, is the second big wreck he's been in. Somehow he at least finds his way back up to the field. That's the good thing about Ryan. He just shakes it
Unbelievable.
off. He just brushes it off, going, it's nothing. I'll get my way back up there again. I have 25 laps to do it, but I'll try to find his way back up, and this is what happened to the tiny horse. We have some drivers going to pit road as the pitchers look at the replay, and that's Jeff Merck. This is going to be very interesting, those pit stop strategies, but quickly, I think we'll dwell on this one. There. Oh, that's an interesting one, isn't it? You could say, did the car turn into him? Did it turn into the car? Did any other people running horses are going? Hey, he does like to drive backwards, doesn't he, around the track in the victory celebrations?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But only in the big celebrations. Back to live pitches. Thanks, Pulse Poppers.
Hey, by the way, don't forget the championship will be decided for Goat Locker Racing and ARCA Series presented by Veterans for Life Foundation. By the way, I'm also understanding, Dean, that this will be the final race on the NASRA 360 Racing Network, according to Brady LaBeouf talking with him earlier this afternoon. I think Goat Locker Racing is going into the idea of wanting to do a podcast show. They're wanting to do it on the time form as Thursday night, and because of that, this will be the final broadcast of on tomorrow night. Jacob Reeves, Dean Hopton on the call. Goat Locker Racing Championship presented by the Veterans for Life Foundation at Homestead, Miami. Our final broadcast of that on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. We wish them all the best of their endeavors with Goat Locker Racing. And if that wasn't enough, Friday night, it is the C.O.P.S Truck Series Pulse Poppers 200 from Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is a playoff race before Christmas.
Are we doing that one this Friday?
You and Dean are. Yes, you and Dean are.
Yeah, me and
Friday
Dean.
night.
Dean and Dean, yeah. Oh, so, yeah, you can't join us for that one, can you there, Wesley? But
I am not available. No, Jacob,
You were there last
I
week.
was asked. Yeah, well, the reason why I was there the week before was it was a super speedway. And the week that I was there last week was because it was the Chicago street race. And I liked Chicago, and I advocated for the longest time to have them do the race at Chicago. And me and Brady had that conversation this afternoon, and that's the reason why I was in the booth last week with Carter at Speedway, because I don't normally commit to the Friday series. Now, I have been given the green light to come and join when I can, but obviously I am not the chair for that. And Atlanta will be on Friday night, and then, of course, we come back for the final race of 2023. And I do say that truthfully. The final race of the season will be a NASRA special event. It is the Atlanta Christmas at Atlanta Motor Speedway. As you're checking out the showman, Octavio Rondoletto, and we'll get ready for this one. Put it up on the flyer again. And Atlanta Christmas, there it is. Big race, big money on the line. Qualifying races to determine the lineup for the big feature. I like that, Jacob. I like that, Dean. It's going to be fun to see what happens for sure.
Sorry, my electricity again flickering. That's why I'm going to sort it out. I need time. Then again, thank you, NASRA. I will have time to electrically cable everything there. Luckily, I didn't need any to do some garden running.
People don't realize, right, Dean? You wear a lot of hats, and you're working on a lot of things. Yeah, you're working on a lot of things, and there's things that I know you're working on, and I promise you, when the
solar panels, batteries,
internet
and running
goes
cables
out
across the land here.
Exactly.
Trenches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody just said Vamos 84.
Vamos. That of course
84.
they're going for Octavio. Because Vamos means
Rondoletto.
go, rapido,
Go,
quickly.
Vamos! Andre arriba! Arriba!
Essentially the same thing. Of course, they want the 84 Argentinian driver, Octavio. They'll run Rondello, the showman, to get himself a race win. He's already got one this season.
Yeah.
But they want him to get number 2.
Not in the Cup Series.
Yeah.
Not in the Cup Series.
That's right.
He has won in Xfinity. He's won twice in Xfinity, but not in the NASRA Cup Series. As we get ready for a restart with under 25 to go, watch the ticker, and you'll see after we come back from the TLC Incorporated Restart Zone, the 7 previous winners this year. You'll see the awesome graphic that Dean created after they come back to the TLC Incorporated Restart Zone to come back to green. 7 different winners in 7 points races, and we're looking to see if somebody can join them for round number 8. Now, Michael Larch is the new leader. He won earlier in the year. Green flag about to fly. We're back to green at Talladega and ready to settle it here. 22 to go.
Michael Larch, Justin Clapper, Brian Tube. Look at that, Justin Clapper. We hadn't even spoken about that 63 machine, but he's spoken himself into our pitches by getting that absolutely fantastic position gains. He's a P2. He can win this one. He can. Everybody can. We all can. Even Santa can. But let's see who really wants to win the last race of the season here for NASRA.
Clap on, clap off the clapper, if you will, up to second. As Larch in the lead. Here it is. Here's the flaming previous winners icon graphic. You see now the winners and who got what win at what track. And leading up to last week where Ryan Truex, by the way, won at Richmond, there's been 7 different point winners on the year. Who will become a 2-time winner of the 7, or will we see that number go to 8? Before we move into the Christmas holiday break, as the NASRA Cup Series will not come back until January 8th at Atlanta, mind you. Back straight away, Larch and Chew going at it for the lead, possibly the win here at Talladega as they go into turn 3 there, Dean.
Wesley, they're starting to bunch up there. They're starting to work together. They realize, hey, it's 21 to go. If it's short track, that would be bingo. Everybody would be right at the front of the field there. Listen to those numbers being called. But at this point, they're starting to negotiate themselves and start to work together. Look at that highlighted further in the background there. You got 3 cars going together, working together. They're on their 2-way radios going, Bob, do you have a copy? Yep, I have a copy. 10-4, we need to get up on the high line there and start doing something to get our cars in front of there. I tried my little best there, smoking the band. Anyway, Wes.
As we come to the Premier Racing setups, 20 to go, we'll go side by side to thank our sponsor. We might have beef, as Jacob Reeves says. We've got beef on the door bang and download. Brandon Broadfoot definitely frustrated, and he is not happy with Jeff Merck and maybe some of these other drivers that he was mentioning that are in the way, holding up these guys. And we're watching it again. Look at that 41, right? Remember, we just talked about it. Everything we said went one in and out the other. Look at the 41, still up there with the pack of cars racing again. Crazy.
You mentioned it, but it's happening. They don't have the blue flag. They don't have the blue flag at all there, Wesley. They're just going to add a little spice of dice into your Christmas pudding, my friend. Perhaps that could be the way it's going to work, but there it is. We got beef, of course, as you mentioned, something having a little bit of beef. Brandon Broadfoot there. We're going to have a look at his camera at the moment. He's a little bit further back, and he's going to share that camera. Oh, he's gone. Pick up that one there, Wes.
3 wide, 3 by 3, and yes, that is a lap machine, multiple laps down behind the 54 of Cherry. Up top is also Bo Tiffany. Bo Tiffany now in the mix. He's in 6th. Right now, inside, under 20 to go. It is Larch leading. Holmes and Chu to the line. Here come the Argentinians. And also Walton. What about this thing? 4 wide. Dean, as they go into turn 1 with 18 to go at Talladega.
Talladega, baby, can do 4 wide. That's what it's built for. And you don't have to stick within your lanes. You can certainly completely do it there. That's what gets Jacob excited. He's back in P13 at the moment, being gained P13 positions. Go 5 wide. Michael Larch doesn't need to. He just needs to stick close to that yellow double line yellow and do it for 18 more times ahead of everybody else. It's the race win for the first time. No, second time for Michael Larch.
What's the old cliche? 3's a party, 4's a crowd, 5 is chaos. As right now they work off turn 4. Larch in the lead. Skew right behind him. Holmes to the outside. And they're 3 wide behind him as they bonsai off one another with Rondeletto in the middle as they come off turn 4 to the line.
Keep an eye on that Argentinian driver as well, too. We know he's capable of getting race wins. Not in this one, as you'd mentioned, but look at that concentration there. He's cool, calm, collected. Mr. Argentine getting the job done at the moment, but he's got 5 cars to pass and 17 laps to get it done there, Wes.
They call him the showman from Argentina. Of course, Relo Carcuato, yeah, right there, Cordoba, Argentina. As we right there watch him staying in line. That's just focus. That's focus on the driver of the number 48 machine. And right now, here comes the field, working off turn 4. Down to the line. To the end of this one we go, approaching 11 o'clock Eastern time. Final race before the new year in 2025 for the Cup Series. It is Larch in the lead, followed by Chu. Brian Chu in the Monster Energy 51 Chevrolet Camaro colors. Right there in tow with Clapper, Justin Clapper. What a good job for that man, by the way, in the 63 from North Carolina. Calm, cool, collected, been in the back, now powers to the front when it counts the most, Dean, as they go to turn 3.
You're just favoring because he's from your neck of the woods, my friend, your state. Even now, of course, Justin Clapper's up 31 places, and Wesley doesn't need to just congratulate him because he's in the same neck of the woods. Let's congratulate him because this man can drive at Dega on a Superspeedway.
Yeah, actually, I live in Smithfield, North Carolina. He lives on the other side of the state in western North Carolina. And
that's like
he represents Tar Heel. He does. He represents them good, and I do appreciate it. As right now, watching inside, Larch with a bunt there. That's Chu. Open the door now to Clapper on the inside. He'll make a move on Holmes. Holmes has got a move in the 5 on the outside. He's got help now. Help's coming. Rondeletto and Jacob Reeves as they go 3 wide with Cherry up on the top shelf for Grandma. Hides the cookies from Santa and some sour milk too in turn 3.
And there it is. Oh, Santa knows exactly. Well, oh, we have a caution. And that's further back in the field here. Santa. Well, that's what happens when you try to reach the cookie jar and you fall off the little shelf that you kicked in there to get it there, Jacob. I mean, Wesley. Wow.
Well, I mean, when you got a sponsor like Eat Clams, what do you expect, right? The 66 involved. Caution out for Walton. Oh, he was making such a good ram to come to the front. Bo Tiffany involved as well. Oh, my.
It's
There's
the
the
snow. I'm blaming the snow. All right.
You blame no?
The snow, yeah. These tires are designed for they got no chains on them. Let's get back and have a look at that one.
Here's a replay. Literally just uttered the words 3 wide. There's the contact. That is, by the way, Matt Cherry in, oh boy, the 54 car. Oh boy, Matt Cherry into Jacob Reeves, by the way, but Jacob stays in the gas.
Yeah, Jacob won't lift. You know that for a fact, mate. He's like, he's from the south. He's like, we're going for it, man. We're like the police are chasing us down, trying to. I got a boot full of moonshine here. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep gassing it.
How much damage could be on the right front of the 57, though? Watch it, and then Walton spins.
Oh.
Boy, Cherry gets up into the air. Bo Tiffany nowhere to go. Oh boy, as they come back down the banking, there it is, and there's the caution.
Yeah, Jacob survived all that blue.
Wow.
Let's pull him in for a chin wagon because, you know, you guys, I have to tune in and listen to your podcast here.
You have to. Yeah, man, I got to send you the link.
You have to, yeah, send it to me and let's go back and have a look at the spot. Thank you, Pulse Poppers, for that fantastic instant replay as we go back to our live pitches. We are seeing our man from Argentine come on down to pit road. That's Octavio, so there he is. He's going to Cool Common Collective, pit box there. Perfecto. El Perfecto.
Jacob Reeves, it's the broadcast booth. Jacob, how close was that?
It was close enough. I felt it. I guess. I'm not real sure who hit me. I think something happened. 84 hit somebody or whatever, and they came down and got me in the right side. My teammate Adam Newton, he said everything looked okay on the right side. Kind of looked like I just scraped the wall. So I trust my teammates. I'll take the word for it, and we're going to try to stay up front and try to get a win here at Talladega.
Bulldog Adam Newton obviously winning last night in this first NASRA Xfinity series. Went for the Blanchard showing deal. And Jacob, you're kind of torn between two places, right? I mean, Alabama, like a hop, skip, and a jump from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Talladega might be closer than Atlanta, where you live in Rome, Georgia, but you got love for both of these tracks. You won Atlanta a while back at a C.O.P.S Truck Series event. How special would it be to get a win here at Talladega? Can you pull it off, by the way, in the 8th position with a 13 to go?
Well, I mean, we got plenty of time. I mean, we've seen it done. You know, I mean, I've already seen Jeff Burke literally drive from the back all the way up to the front a while ago. So it's possible. It's just trying to get in the right line and trying to get yourself in the right position, get the right help, and get people around you that you can trust. Because some of these guys up here, I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. But I mean, it would be special, obviously, to win here at Talladega because, you know, I talked about it with you on Finish Line. Matter of fact, you know, with, you know, just coming down here so many times coming to Talladega with my dad and making it kind of a bonding moment with Dad and me for so many years. So it would be awesome to get a win here at Talladega here in the with these Gen 4 Cup cars.
Dean.
Oh, Jacob. Well, I saw you slicing and dicing your way through the field there for the redneck announcer there, the 53, mate. I'd love to see you get a race win here. I mean, you deserve it. You've had a race win. You've tasted that champagne. You're foaming at the mouth now for another race win. I even brought up, pull your racing shoe off there and do a shoey, right? If you can. But good luck, mate. You're in the right position. You could get it done here, but let's see if there's any NASRA chaos up the road there, mate.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we can get us one, but at the same time, I mean, we're still looking at the points and everything, and we're up there. I believe we're top 5 as far as just regular season points goes right now. So, you know, I would love to get a win here at Talladega, but I'm not going to put myself in a bad situation from finishing, say, 3rd as opposed to finishing 23rd. So, yeah, I'm looking at it at both ends of the spectrum, but I certainly would love to get a win here. But yeah, I mean, hey, I'll take 3rd place, 4th, or even a top 5. I mean, it'd be a good points day for us.
Hey, Jacob, one more question. I'll let you go. I got to get your thoughts on this. What is your take of these cars that are so many multiple laps down that are racing up in the pack with the lead lap cars?
I mean, my take on it, I mean, depending on how, if they're multiple laps down, I think they should give way to these leaders and let these guys get up here and race. Now, granted, if they're, say, maybe two laps down, somewhere in that range.
Right. Yes, that's what I'm saying, my friend. Yes, multiple laps down. That's why I said multiple laps down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think they need to get the heck out the way and let us get up here and race it out for the win, because it would kind of suck to have a race determined by somebody that's 20, 30 laps down because they made a bad block or something, just trying to stay ahead of the pack when it really doesn't matter.
We saw something like that earlier. Blue Line Racing, good luck, Jacob. Go get him, buddy. Door bang and download as well. Tomorrow it drops.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, man. There's the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves. And hey, I'll be honest with you, he's got a shot, Dean. He's got a shot, man.
I mean, he's got the spirit as well. He's Dago. And you get him inspired, of course, when this track is in the same state that he's in. Jacob is on another level. Let's see whether or not Brian Chu, Justin Chapper, Matt Holmes, and Charlie Albright can do anything about that outcome. No, we have another lap under caution, which will give us a chance to chat to our old mate. And you know what old mate is. The man that can take care of your garden. Don't you think there, Wesley?
Yeah, Mr. Bob Carr, and a big thanks to the fine folks at TLC Incorporated. Of course, we do appreciate Bob Carr, and we're stepping away from Talladega. The finish, hopefully around the corner. 10 to go when we come back from green.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. If you have an outdoor project that we could help you with, we have 0% financing for a year. So if you have a project, you won't be using your money, why not use our money? It doesn't cost you anything. Now's the time to be thinking about that project you always wanted to get done. It might be a lawn sprinkler, might be outdoor lighting, might be drainage, and or maybe outdoor holiday lighting that you need help with. Now's the time to be thinking about that. Give us a call at the office, 410-721-2342, or hit the link below to find out more about TLC's financing options.
TLC is the best in lawn sprinklers, outdoor lighting, holiday lighting, yard drainage, and more. Let us take care of your project. Get your free, no obligation estimate from TLC today.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. Hope you guys are enjoying this race. Let's take it down to the booth and get it.
Well, you better strap in and get ready for a shootout like none other here at Virtual Talladega. Welcome back to iRacing on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. It's the TLC Incorporated NASRA Cup Series presented by Premier Racing Setups and the DSR Electric 275. I'm Wesley Outland, Mr. Biggles, Dean Hopton on production, on color alongside, and we're ready, Dean, to decide who's going to be winning here at the Big T. 10 laps to go here as they come back to the TLC restart zone.
Talladega is going to be the one that everybody wants to have on their trophy cabinet there, Wesley. And I'll tell you what, there's some newcomers in here that could get it done. Bob, get those sprinklers ready. It's NASRA Chaos. No, hopefully not NASRA Chaos time. It's NASRA Cup time.
Ready for the field to come back to green. 10 remaining down into turn number 1. Watch Brian Chu on the inside. Justin Clapper right there in the mix as he stays tucked to the outside lane. Look at the move in the side draft by Albright. Meanwhile, Holmes, who's won earlier this year, so has Larson. Larson will go 3 wide, quickly up the middle as they're going to be coming to turn number 3 and 9 to go, and Chu under attack on the inside by Holmes into turn 3, Dean.
Number Gambling 2 in there, the inside there, 11 just behind there. Andrew Lowski's coming through nowhere there, Wesley. He's coming there and says, okay, I'm here, don't forget me, the number 11 machine, 25 positions gained. We got 20 gained, 21, 4, 25, 28. It's not your lotto numbers. It's not your Keno numbers. But I tell you what, this race, it could be somebody's race win, and they could be hitting the jackpot right now. 9 to go.
And that's Alzuski. Look at Alzuski now. 9 to go. Down to single digits in this race. Here at Talladega, 2.66 miles down that long 3,500-foot Alabama Gang super stretch. Look at this. By the way, The racing community is in mourning, thinking of the life of Mr. Fred Lorenzen. I know he wasn't from Alabama, but he was also one of the greats at Talladega when he raced. And in his NASCAR career, we pause, reflect, and remember Fred Lorenzen is now these guys thunder into turn number 4. 3 wide, Dean, maybe 4 wide. There's contact, and they're crashing. Here comes the 49 of Albright. He's in the fence. Crashing is also, I believe, Jeff Merck. Jeff Merck gets collected in the wreck. So does a host of other cars. Caution is out. We will be looking at a yellow flag with 8 to go. Yellow flag is out as multiple cars crash in the tri-oval here at Talladega.
Re-rack them and re-stack them. That's what we can do all over again. We haven't got Jeff Merck's camera anymore, but unfortunately Jeff Merck was involved in that one. He was up right at the front. He won one of the stages too. Remember there, Wesley, but unfortunately I don't think he's going to be winning the race there in pit road. Let's go back and have a look at the replay of that one.
Yeah, Jeff Merck, winner of a stage earlier. Let's take a look now at a replay of what happened here to put us under yellow flag. Jeff Merck into the 4. I believe, is that the car, I believe, that we were told that Adam Newton is driving? The special car, no. I think it is. Chase Albright also caught up in it. And yes, it is. Yes, it is. The 4 car. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Well, it's not coming up on time and it's scoring. No, who's in the 4 car? Who's in the 4? That's what I want to know.
It's got to be the animal, yeah, isn't it? It's got to be the animal. We talked about.
No, it's Adam not Newton. Keith Bradley.
Adam Newton.
It's Adam Newton, the Bulldog. As I said, I said it was Adam Newton. Adam Newton in that car, as Joshua Suss mentioned earlier. So yes, it was Adam Newton. Look at this now, and he got hooked. Look at the left. Look at the right rear.
Yeah.
Right there, Merck. I think he was trying to keep it off the safer barrier and try to get away from the 49 of Albright. And then in the process, Dean, he took them all out.
Yes, it happened that way.
Man.
You're right on that one, Wesley.
With people talking junk about Jeff Merck in the chat box, something like that happening on track is not helping his image right now, Dean. Boy, boy, oh boy.
Another wreck that Jeff Merck's been involved in of late. Whether it's his fault or not, race control will deem that one. But if you always seem to be in the hornet's nest, isn't it, and you're getting stung all the time by the bees, and you got to wondering why are you floating a little bit too close to that tree or not. I'm coming up with a
as Mr. Ken Schrader, who, by the way, I'm advocating. I hope people will induct him into the NASCAR Hall of Fame for next year. But as Ken Schrader used to always say, man, Wesley, I'm in the snake's patch. I'm in the hornet's nest, if you will. And that's where trouble's brewing. Yeah, man, for sure. You're going to get bit. And you try to make a daring move like that, something like that will happen, no doubt. Brian Chu is in the lead. Larch, Holmes, Schumann, Alzewski, and that's your top 5. We'll get ready to go back for a restart coming up. Now, the drivers in 2nd and 3rd have won at least once already in the NASRA Cup Series. Who will be the final winner of 2024? We come back for a restart next.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Back here at Talladega as we are ready to settle it out here for the NASRA Cup Series and the DSR Electric 275. Dean Hopton, I'm Wesley Outland, and we are ready to go at it. Like and subscribe. Happy Merry Christmas to you and yours, ladies and gentlemen. Santa even sounds tired. Santa! What's wrong with you, Santa? I think Santa's kind of got a peek in his eyes right now, wondering what the hell's going to happen here in this finish of the race with 5 to go.
Well, so I think Santa's wondering what the snow is doing here on Dega, my friend. When it's look at the weather conditions at the moment. It's a good 75-degree track temperature, so I don't know if it's snowing and 75-degree track temperature in the virtual world of Dega, then we've got problems. Brian Chu doesn't at the moment. These problems.
And I understand.
Larch behind him.
That's right. And Chu and Larch on the front row. Holmes and Schumann, Alzewski, Clapper, Reeves, Viel, Johnson, Rondoletto. It sounds like a massive law firm, right? Getting ready to come to justice here for the restart. Who's going to be the man when it's all said and done with 5 laps to go? So, guys, there's multiple people in the chat box, and I know there's the little frustration with some people. Let's try to keep the conversation of language controlled when you're typing in anger, right? When you pound the keyboard, try to control your language, getting your points across. As we come back to green, Dean, TLC restart zone, 5 to go, 10 miles left at Talladega to determine the winner of 2024 for the final time of the year.
As Dega, baby, could be a new winner as well, too, which is what we'd like, the 8th for the season, the 8th for the year as well, too, as you mentioned there, Wesley. 20 positions gave for Brian Chu, 20 for Matt, 24 for Brandon Schumann. Michael Larch, he has won it before. He's in a good position if he wants to win it again.
Of the drivers that are in the top 10 right now, Holmes with a win earlier this year. So is the driver of Larch, and I believe VL, who, by the way, who stepped away for a couple of weeks because of a health sickness, is back in behind the wheel, and that car looks good in the top 10. Meanwhile, Schumann pushed out of line, drops onto pit road. Brandon Schumann is out of it as we race on to 4 to go at Talladega off turn 4.
Yeah, that's it. That's done and dusted there, so he will not be able to pick up that ultimate prize of winning Dega. Michael Larch and Brian Chu still going for it too for now. Remember, are we going to see 3 wide there, Wesley?
And they'll try to go for it again as now Brian Chu throws the block on Holmes. Here comes now Ryan Johnson. Holy camole, he's going to get himself up into this gunfight up against the safer barrier, and he's got help in the name of Rondoletto, the Argentinian. They'll go to the top shelf. Here we go again. This time the milk's not sour. He's going to power up the outside. 3 wide. Hide the dentures, Grandma. Grandpa's got a brand new bag, and he's got to drift the Vail off 4.
Oh, I just want to listen to you all day long there, Wesley. That's absolutely fantastic. As you mentioned, Jacob Reeves is also in this mix here. Look at this. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. And you don't need to do mathematics to figure out that that is a big number.
Working off of turn number 2, and we got a car at the bottom of the racetrack. We see a huge pile of smoke, but we still race on. 3 to go. Chu in the lead. Holmes in second. Remember, the key is, Dean, get to the white flag. Get to that Darren Snell gun repair 1 to go. If not, we got overtime at Talladega. I think these guys might have to pit. They might not be able to go on fuel for the finish.
You could be right on that one, absolutely. And if they don't, and if you do a bit of a wreck there, don't worry about it. Darren's got you covered there, but he doesn't want to be putting nails in your bits and pieces missing off your car at the moment. He wants to see you home. Brian Chu wants to see the Barney, the flag man first, the number 51 machine. But cut the gas is what they need. 2 to go.
Penultimate lap of the race is now Brian Chu up in front. He leads the way. Working off 2. Look at Holmes. Holmes with help. So is Larch. These guys have won before. Right there in the mix. They want to win again. Who's going to be a 2-time winner? Who wants to be a first-time winner? And they're all getting discombobulated to the back straightaway going to turn 3.
It's coffable, discombobulated. It's everything could be disattached at the moment. One thing you want to be, the 51 machine needs to keep his steering wheel pointing in the right angle and the right direction there. Matt Holmes, Michael Larch, Andrew Orlowski, Justin Clapper, and look who's up on the high side there. The 57 machine says, give me a push.
He's up to 5th. Meanwhile, white flag. This is it. 1 to go. Final time for all the marbles of 2024 for the NASRA Cup Series. They thunder into turn 1 for the final time. time. Brian Chew's in the lead. Will he come back out on the other side? The winner, though, Dean.
Oh, Michael Lutz is giving a little bit of push for the 23. Somebody needs to get behind him there, Wesley. If they don't, big wreck in the background.
Oh,
Ryan
no.
Johnson, I think, might be involved again. Octavio. But we have to keep our eyes pointed. The 51, the 5, the 2, and the 11. It's like a horse race at the moment. Have you got your trifecta all picked and betted out here at the moment? I don't even think anybody has picked Brian Chew.
And look at Albright. Look at Albright trying to get something going on the outside lane. They will not be able to get a third or fourth line going. Here they come, stacked like sardines, working through the tri-oval. Chew to the inside. Larch on the outside. Help with Clapper. Help with Holmes. Brian Chew becomes the 8th winner of the season of the NASRA Cup Series. Final race of 2024, and Brian Chew and the Monster Energy unleashes the beast here at Talladega to be now the 8th winner of the season. Oh, Bob Carr, oh, Premier Setups. You gotta love this new program that Justin White's created, sanctioned by NASRA. What competition, what competitiveness, and now Dean Hopton, 8 winners in 8 races this season. What a season of racing for the NASRA Cup Series. Wow, for sure. This has been a good one.
Wesley, I don't think I've ever seen 8 individual race winners in a season. It's absolutely amazing there. Brian Chew, congratulations. You got the job done. He must be absolutely stoked. I wish we had a camera on Brian Chew. The 51 machine gained 20 places to get it done here at Dega, and that man's going to burn those tires out and chew them to pieces on the TLC restart zone there. Don't worry about it, my friend. Burn it down. You are a race winner for the first time this season.
Dean, let's have a very fast post-race show if you don't mind, sir. I've got lightning in the area. They're calling for storms where I'm at right now. Go figure. December 18th, and there's severe thunderstorms in Smithfield, North Carolina. But real quickly, as Brian Chew burns it down to the Monster Energy colors of his Chevrolet, in his Toyota Camry. Let's look at the results of the DSR Electric 275 here at Talladega. And mind you, Chew, well, we got to go all the way back to the top. There it is. Brian Chew, the winner. Larch, Holmes, winners earlier this year. They wanted to become the bragging rights of being a 2-time winner on the series. Just came up short at the end. Justin Clapper, another top 5. Andrew Alzewski, Tony Burleson, Walton getting involved in an accident, Dean, and still coming back to finish in the top 10. Also, Jeffrey Johnson, the second, what a good finish for him. Octavio Rondoletto, the showman, and Chase Albright, the top 10 when this race ended here at Talladega tonight.
Patricia Bruce will just finish outside that one. And Jacob Reeves is right at the front there. He'll finish in P12 there. Joshua, Nicholas, Ryan Johnson. He just didn't have the days of days there for the Taz Motorsports racing team there. Adam Newton as well, too, sporting that TLC livery, finishing as P16. Greg Vial, a previous race winner. Gerard Poole will also finish a little bit further behind him in the P18 position. We still have a gaggle of cars, of course, to go through. Bo Tiffany. Schumann was up there. Matt Cherry. The double match there, not the law firm. Tyler Truex, a previous race winner. Didn't have one of those races tonight. Jackson Wade. Cody Knott, Jeff Merck as well, another one there, my friend, that was right at the front there. Unfortunately, didn't finish that. We heard from Jeff Merck. Buzzy Mongold, Matthew Robertson, Wes. Let's see if there's a few more little gaggle of names there. Brennan Broadfoot, Joshua Suss. We heard from Shane Trotter. Scotty, Dean, Jonathan, and Bobby Grant will practically wrap out that massive, massive grid we have this evening.
Yeah, and big thanks to, of course, Robert Richards and the powers behind what is the race directors, and Justin White with behind what is the race directors, Cody Knott, as well as the fine folk, Mr. Brady LaBeouf and NASRA for sure. Hey, coming up, a very fast post-race show. We're going to grab the top 3, and again, like I said, I got severe weather in my area, and we're going to try to get off the air quickly. Brian Chew, Michael Larch, Matt Holmes, all on the other side. NASRA Cup Series, TLC Incorporated, and Premier Racing Setups. Here's a word from them, and we'll be back with the winners at Talladega next.
In a distant kingdom, in a magical realm, there lived people who faced dreadful drainage problems on their lawns. For many years, they suffered from puddles and mud in their yards. Until one day, the saviors from TLC Company appeared with their magical shovels and lifted the wet curse from the kingdom's residents. Forget about puddles and mud. With us, your yard will become a genuine fairy tale nook. Call us right now and let's transform your drainage concerns into a magical adventure. TLC, where every home becomes a fairy tale.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. You got a outdoor lighting, landscape lighting system. Maybe we installed it. Maybe it was there you inherited in your house and you want to upgrade it. Now's the time to give us a shout. We'll come out, take a look, evaluate what you do have, tell you what you could have. Give us a shout today for all your outdoor lighting needs. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, Bob Carr with TLC. Spring's upon us. If you got a wet yard, it's not going to get any better. Now it's time to give us a call. Let us come out and take a look at your drainage problem in your property. We can get you a solution. The dogs, the kids be tracking in mud. Mom will be mad. So give us a call. Give us a shout today. Talk to you soon.
Back here at Talladega Superspeedway, Brian Chu will be joined as another different winner on the faucet that is the NASRA NASRA Cup Series presented by TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setups. Again, there is now 8 different winners in 8 events. How special is that, Brian? How competitive this series is, and obviously it's just amazing what this program has turned out to be, isn't it, for sure?
Yeah, I mean, this Cup Series, it's been pretty fun this season. It's definitely a lot of different names that you're kind of dealing with every week, but it's literally, I mean, we're like 20 guys deep, where I feel like 20 different guys could win each week.
Yeah.
So it's really competitive. I love it. You know, especially today, man, it was, for us anyway, up front of us guys to finish on a podium. We were racing pretty clean there, so I was really excited to see that. And I know usually at these super speedway races it gets a little hairy, but really appreciate the guys with their being clean today. And like I said, it's been real competitive all season, so it's pretty fun fact there. If there's 8 wins in 8 races.
And by the way, I'm going to apologize, Brian. There's actually now 9 winners in 9 races. There was a type error. Some mistake was made here. I'm a stat guy. Brian Chu, last time you won an event was a non-points race, so that was Duel 2 at Daytona. But the drivers include Jeff Merck at Daytona, Greg VL at Homestead, Michael Arch at Michigan, Matt Holmes at Kansas, Keith Bradley Pocono, Jonathan Cofield at Charlotte, Jackson Wade at Indy, Tyler Truex at Richmond. There are now 9 different winners in the 9 points races so far this year. Again, that's phenomenal.
That's a great suit to the drivers and to the league, and Justin White's doing a pretty damn good job up there. So, no, it's fun. I think it's real competitive, and I look forward to racing these guys each week.
Got to ask you a question. Last lap, how nervous were you watching those guys stack up behind you, or did you feel like the car was comfortable to be able to go there and get the win for the 51, bud?
Yeah, I mean, once I got to the bottom, well, I took the lead. And I tried to stay on the bottom. You know, early in a race, that third line would kind of, you get that run and someone would shoot to the lead in front of you if you were the first car on the bottom. But I think the bottom on first car is the safest place to be. I had Matt Holmes behind me for a number of laps there, and he had a couple opportunities to take the lead on me, but I think he felt his position would be good just to push me, and if he had a chance to duck out late, he would have. But really appreciate Matt Holmes and I felt pretty secure there. And I was already talking to these guys before. It's just, I'm proud of the guys, because usually super speedway races, you get to the last lap and everyone just loses their freaking mind and they'll just run you over. But these guys were real respectful, real clean, and I really appreciate that out of those guys. And I'm pretty happy with getting a win here. So it's been a little bit since I got an official win. So finally got that little monkey off the back, because I keep getting some of these stupid incidents throughout the season. But we got it done.
Brian, congratulations, buddy. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you again on January the 8th, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll just give a quick shout out to Blue Line for having me this season on Wednesday nights, for my boys at Swim on Monday and Fridays, DSR Electric, Dan Gobble for all he does. You guys up in the booth, Justin White for officiating this league, and Brady LaBeouf, everyone at NASRA for having me. So appreciate it, and congrats to these other guys, Michael Larch, Matt Holmes. Great run tonight. It was fun.
9 winners, 9 races. Brian Chu from Fort Myers, Florida, has added his name to the fold of being a winner here at Talladega. Michael Larch, Matt Holmes, they'll finish second and third, and they have had the distinct honor of being winners this year on the series. Michael Larch, ironically, won at Michigan, and the following week, Matt Holmes won at Kansas. Michael, I'll start with you first. Your take of this race, battling for second, and obviously, it wasn't a wreck fest. I mean, it had its moments at the start of it, right? But then, what was it like just getting down there at the end? The inside, was that the preferred line? Is that where you needed to be and you couldn't take that spot away from Brian Chu? I know you really try to get some stuff started in the middle, but you're taking this race and obviously finishing second here tonight and having a nice break before the coming back in 2025 in January.
Yeah, for sure. I prefer to be on the bottom of the track because I feel like you're the safest there in case something happens. You got an option to go down on the apron or go up to the middle lane possibly to avoid some stuff. But I thought we had it locked up, and then on that last run, I was on the bottom. Chu was behind me, and then whoever was behind him, and I was trying to leave Chu enough room so he could pull down to the left a little bit and cool his engine off, and I left him too much space, and he had to go. He had to push, so he took it, and I got shuffled out to the outside. And then coming to the checker flag there, I was doing everything I could to side draft those guys. They were so lined up on the bottom, about 5 or 6 deep, and it was just me and Clapper on the middle lane there, and really no help behind us. So it was everything I could do just to finish second.
Well, I'll tell you what, Michael. 9 winners in 9 races. What's your take of this series? What's your, and your thoughts of it? And please thank your sponsors. Good run tonight, Large.
Yeah, I think it gets piggybacking off of what Brian Chu said there about the amount of talent in this league and this series alone. Not only just the talent of the drivers, but to be driving 3 different cars every other week. It just speaks volume of the talent in here and what Justin White and everyone else involved got together, got guys in here, competitive guys. For the most part, we race with a lot of respect. A lot of guys, they're aggressive. I wouldn't think they don't respect one another, but there are some very aggressive drivers that beat and bang coming up through the field, but that's part of it. And then, so the racing's fun. It's a good time. I'd like to just say thanks to my sponsor, Pexco Corporation, all my teammates, Drew, Matthew, Jackson, Bo, Dean. Shout out to Bo. He's having knee surgery this coming Friday, so unfortunately he's not going to be with us for the rest of the season. So speedy recovery for that guy. And then I guess happy holidays to everyone who's listening and watching and you guys up in the booth.
There you go. There's the thoughts of Michael Larch, and we do think about Bo Tiffany. Really come close to knowing him, and super great guy, and obviously good luck with him in surgery. Hopefully we can get him back in behind the wheel of iRacing Rig very soon. Let's grab now Holmes. That's the driver at the Matt Holmes. He won at Kansas back in November. He'll settle for third here at Talladega tonight, along with Clapper and Alzewski, top 5. All right, so Matt, if you had to go back and do it again, what would you have done differently? And obviously, what's your take of now being one of the winners of 9 in this series for the inaugural program of the Justin White's NASRA Cup Series?
Yeah, this season's been really great. This is actually the second league I've ever been a part of, and it's really awesome. The setups have been really great. I think the admin team has run things really smooth. Answering any questions. The racing was fun tonight. I know the beginning was a little bit hectic, but there's a lot of guys that are just trying to, improve their racing talent skills, and I think everybody did a really good job tonight.
Tell you what, man, a good, solid run for you. You won earlier this year, but you've also had a kind of a roller coaster year, if you could say, on the schedule. But, man, what does it take to survive Talladega? Is that the word, survive? Do you feel like you got lucky to be where you're at right now on the podium?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these cars are really touchy, so you just got to be really steady with your hands. And I think plate racing is just all about being at the right place at the right time. And I think that's the same for Daytona and Talladega. You just got to try to hold your line and get the best finish you can.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, thank your sponsors, and obviously have a great Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2024.
That sounds great. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. Shout out to 49 Collision, D&H Asphalt, my wife, Katie, and my two awesome teammates, Chase and Tristan. Couldn't do this without them.
It's not done yet, and of course, Matt Holmes will pick up the third spot when this race concludes. All right, so listen, we kind of hinted on it a few moments ago. Dean Hopton and myself, we're going to be taking it off with the NASRA Cup Series presented by TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setups for at least the next 2 or 3 weeks. We will come back on January the 8th. That is again on Wednesday night, January the 8th, we return to Atlanta Motor Speedway and the Serve Pro 225. And then, believe it or not, we are down to the final 5 races before the playoffs, Jacob. Remember, if you're one of these guys of the 9 that are now winners on the series, you better put yourself in. Could we possibly see, Dean, in closing, everybody win and have 16 winners in 16 points races, and these drivers lock themselves into the top 20 of the playoffs and the other 4 positions? How crucial could they be based by points? Unbelievable.
Yeah, it just basically means, Wesley, that you've got to almost at a point where you'd have to win in order to get in the playoffs. Like, you wouldn't be able to get on points, or if you were, it would be just enough. You'd have to be right at the top of the times. It won't be one of the situations where you're going to have 5 or 6 people in the high points level. It's going to be race wins. So that's what this NASRA Cup Series is. And thank you very much to Justin for putting it on. This is, yeah, it'll be
Talladega.
But we need a Christmas break, don't we, before we go to Atlanta? Hot Atlanta.
That's right. And speaking of Atlanta, we are at Atlanta Motor Speedway next Monday night. It'll be my final announcing endeavor for the NASRA brand for 2024. It'll be the NASRA special, that is, and Atlanta Christmas. If you want to throw the flyer up for that, that'll again be a special event this upcoming Monday night, December the 23rd. And Jacob Reeves, myself, as well as Dean Hopton, invite you and yours for the broadcast coverage. I know Dean's got a lot of cool gadgets and ideas for graphics, and he's also a great color guy, along with the redneck announcer Jacob Reeves. And remember, qualifying races on two qualifying races to set the lineup for the big race. That'll be at 10 o'clock. Hopefully you can join us while we are having a Christmas Eve night on Monday, December 23rd. Hit that like and subscribe, as Santa just said. And don't forget, coming soon, the NASRA 500 Speed Weeks, February 3rd through the 8th. Get signed up. There's a chance for qualifying races. You can lock in. You can re-qualify. You can pay to get back in the race the next night. Dean, you gotta love it, buddy. Have a Merry Christmas, man. NASRA Cup Series has not disappointed the last 9 weeks and 9 different winners. Your final take of closing. Thanks, my friend.
Thank you, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure. This is Talladega. This has been fantastic. This has been NASRA. That's been Wesley. I've been Dean. And let's get racing, of course. Don't forget that Christmas event before the Christmas break that we're going to have back in the new year. But we're going to go to Hot Atlanta, Wesley.
That's right, and don't forget, by the way, tomorrow night, the Goat Locker Racing Championship will also be in action on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Hopefully you and yours can join Jacob Reeves and Dean Hampton for the call for that one. The redneck announcer, as they call the final race of the season at Homestead, Miami. And Friday night, they're at Atlanta for the Pulse Poppers 200 before the Atlanta Christmas. What drivers could take advantage of those trucks to prepare for what will be the Atlanta Christmas special on Monday, December the 23rd. All details, as always, at NASRA-racing.com, on social media, Facebook, X, Instagram. Oh, and by the way, hit that YouTube like and subscribe for the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Our next NASRA Cup Series event will be on Wednesday night, January the 8th. The new year will be 2025. On behalf of everybody, Justin White with the NASRA Cup Series. Thanks to Bob Carr. Thanks to Premier Racing Setup, CLC Incorporated, everybody that makes it happen. On behalf of Cody Knott, Brady LaBeouf with NASRA, all of our amazing crew, for Dean Hopton, producer, color analyst, this is Wesley Outland. God bless you all. Merry Christmas. A Happy New Year. Remember the true meaning of the season, and we'll see you in 2025. And it will be at Atlanta.